We'll slowly look at some of the complex examples of DPLYR. The last video I stopped at group by, and I told you that after we do the group by we need to use the summarize table. So when we did group by here, group by variable on data, which is similar to that, you should get acquainted with the new pipeline operator now, that this data would jump in here as the first argument for all of these cases. So when we do that, we can then summarize it. So group by my data. This is going to group by my data by index, which would jump in as the first argument in summary at. We are going to get some result. So we used that before, but I'm going to show you again. So this is similar to this, but right now I want to show you this. So you'll see T as something that's grouped by and the mean for that here. We could do the same by using the pipeline operator, where we'll first take the data, then put a group by, and then put that inside. So we are going to take T, put it inside here. Whatever we get the group by, we are going to put it inside there. So I think we have this thing there. Yes. And we get the same thing as we were looking for, with a small difference, but that's not a botheration. Okay, do function. If you want to do some computation within the group, it's not exactly having, but reminds me of having. So you start with T equal to my data, you filter in data where you have index in A, C, and 1, this index. Then whatever you have, you group by index, and then you do head, point, and 2. So filter data within the categorical values. So then you do head, and then you do point 2 for whatever is inside. So let's try to run that, and we'll break that down and run it also. And do would only work with after you have applied the graph. So when we run it, it works. And these are the values that we have. If you observe, the starting point that we have was my data, and we have head and point 2. So let me show you. Never mind. Okay, so that's the do head. Remember that do would help you get inside that. Select the third value by categorical value. So in this you arrange that by descending order and slice the first 3 value. In other words, you slice the first 2 values, or you slice the first 3 values. So then you'll get that. So let's try to run that. So do is always coming at the end, which is like filtering on the data that's already put in group by. And T always comes out to be our output. Then like SQL, DP is a Windows function that are used to subset data. It returns a vector values. We can use min rank function that calculate the rank in the preceding example. So after everything, we can use min rank and descending is equal to 3. So let's try to run that. Oh. So it's selecting the 3 maximum value using window function. So where the minimum rank is 3. You can stop at any point to see what happened at that point. So first that take my data, select only 2 columns, filter where you get AC and 1, group by index, and then on the group index use min rank. And you can use summarize, group and sort together. So group by index, summarize, mean equal to mean of y, mean equal to mean of the other column, and do that. So let's look at that also. So when you have my data, you have y and you have yes, so it will do the mean of this and give you at the end only 2 numbers. So only 2 columns, which is the mean for both. So group by and summarize and arrange everything together. So this is more of like what we would do, which in SQL would be select from, group by, and then an aggregate function, and then arrange in descending order. Then we have mutate, cumulative fun, and join. Before that, before that I would revise what we did. Do function, which is compute within the group, summarize data based on categorical values. So based on this, and the function means. Here you have funs, n, and main, and here you have mean of that column. So whatever you want to do, you can only just do that, or you can just do that. Okay, so that was about part 2.